at a time. And you know how to write the statements? You don't have to write, you don't have to think, you don't have to look around and think now what to write. You have to go back to the statements, read the first sentence, write the first statement, read the first sentence and pick up the words from there and place it here. You don't have to make your own. Just the words from here, pick it up and form it into a statement. Just remember, what you have to remember is the things which you can count, you write number, N-O and dot, and if it's money, then you write amount. This much you have to remember. Alright? And others, all the sentences are here only. In the question, you just pick it up and place it here. Alright? So amount, Mr. Paul had. Look, Mr. Paul had, it's already here. These words are already in the question. See, the same words you wrote here. He spends rupees this much. So what do you write? It's rupees. So you, obviously you don't write number, you write amount. So amount he spent. Past tense of spend is spend. Spent. Spend or spends. Past tense of that is spent. So amount he spent is this much. See, all the words are here only. I'm just picking up and placing it here. And after that you read the last question and find out whether it's addition or subtraction. If the keyword is there, it will help you. It will make you work easy. So right left is there. And so you're going to subtract. Or if the keyword, sometimes the keywords will not be there. Some children, sometimes this left will not be there. Sometimes difference will also not be there. The keyword. So what do you think is, you have to read the question and think, what is the last question asking? If it's asking more, then you add. If you're asking less, then you subtract. If the answer which you're going to get is less, then it is subtraction. If the answer which you're going to get is less, that means you have to subtract. Sometimes these keywords will not be there. Every time it will not be there. That time you have to think and understand what is the question asking you. If the question is asking you more, the answer is supposed to be more, then you add. If the answer is supposed to be less, then you subtract. Alright? So you're going to subtract this, and after you subtract this, do this for sum here, and make sure you write all the place values, all the units. And after you finish writing, after doing the sum, last sum left will be the last statement. You have to end, children, with the last statement. And the last statement you always start with therefore, the 3 dots which I've told you. 3 dots and answer the question, last question. How much money was left with him? Therefore, so and so money was left with him. Was left with him. So the same sentence, you just pick it up and place it here. So you don't have to think what you're going to write. It's not difficult. Alright, just take out from the question and place it here. Alright, what you have to remember is number of, amount and therefore. These 3 things you have to remember. Remember, others are all in the question. Alright, children. So this is what we are going to, this is how we are going to do subtraction problems. Now let me do one more sum for you. This easy one. Sometimes you might get this also. So did you understand, children? Statements are same in addition. So statements are same in addition, subtraction, multiplication. You just have to read the number and the sentence. And the word just beside the number. And the same statement you write. Statements are same for addition, subtraction, multiplication, all. Only you have to remember is whether to add or subtract. Okay. Now next question, one more I'm going to give you. Now here, sometimes you might get this also, short one. What should be subtracted from this number to get this? So already the word here is subtracted. Word subtracted is already there. Yes, you don't have to think now. So what you have to do, you have to subtract these 2 numbers. This is another problem. This type of problem also you might get. So 3 types of problems I've given you. First, where you have to write number of. Next, when you have money, you have to write amount, so and so. And now next we have this short one where you have to just write the numbers. Here you don't need to write the statements. You don't need to write the statement, just write the numbers and subtract. Okay. So the number here, there are 4 digits, so 4 place values, ones, tens, 100 and 1000. Okay. So 5, 0, 0, 0. Let me make it a little far away. Ones, tens, 100 and 1000. Okay, 5000. Now 3, 4, 7, 5. You just subtract and find the answer. So from 0 you cannot minus, so you borrow. So you go to the next number. So look at tens. Tens, can it give? No, it doesn't have anything. It has nothing here. It is still 0 here. So what will you do? So tens will say, just wait. I'll go to the next neighbor and it will go to the next neighbor. Look at this next neighbor. 100. 100's place also is 0. So what will the 100 do? It will say, wait. I'll just go to my neighbor and then I'll bring. So the 100 goes, ones goes to tens. Tens doesn't have, so tens goes to 100. 100 also doesn't have, so 100 goes to 1000. So from 1000 you borrow. So this becomes 4 and this becomes 10. Right? Now look here children. Straight away from ones you don't jump on to 1000. You go step by step. Just the next neighbor you go. So now you have 10. From 10 can you give 1 here? Yes. So you cancel, give your 10 and this becomes 9. And from here 10 again, can it give here? Yes. So you cancel, this becomes 10 and this becomes 9. Alright. You straight away don't go to 1000. You go 1 at a time. When you have 0 zeros. So from 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 7. 7, 8, 9. 2. 9 take away 4 is 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5. From 4 take away 3 is 1. So this is the end of the sum. Here you don't need to write therefore and all. This is the end of the sum. Okay children, so we come to the end of the subtraction problem.